Which one?
This is the myth of mystical. This is the myth of mystical. This is the myth of mystical. This is the myth. This is the myth of mystical. This is the myth of mystical. This is the myth of mystical. This is the myth. The Cyclops hopped out of the cyclone and he groaned. Seems his lady landlord kicked him out of his home. The beanstalk crops he talked to climbing to the sky couldn't seem to change his lady's mind. He squashed a hawk with his thumb, held his belly looking dumb, used both his ears hearing stereo, but through his mono-optical he laid his eye on Mystical, who was free and finished with his bid. Louisiana State Pen gave his watches back to him, now he's going to keep his own time. Said it's time we had a talk, Cyclops, I got a plan. He flashed a map tatted on the palm of his hand. Yonder mountain against the sky, see it with your giant eye. There is where I'm going, on your back. If we make it safe and sound, I'll pay you pennies pound for pound, barley wine and weed by the sack. The Cyclops blinked and took a second to think. You know his noggin was the size of a nut. I'll carry you, but if you quiet, I'll bury you alive to die. You'll be very quiet and I mean it. Mr. Cow, just from jail, longed to tell of his travails, but knew of gold in yonder mountain. His cellmate had promised him, even laid across upon it, that a bounty on the mount he'd lost and found it. Listen, friend, it's lost again. You'll be out before I am. Finders keepers, let us make a map. That's how Misty had his tat. His palm is where his heart was at. He shut his yap and took the giant's gambit. This is the myth of mystical. This is the myth of mystical. This is the myth of mystical. This is the myth. They rendezvoused the next day down by the riverbank. Klops told him, listen, don't talk. I will navigate. Jumping in the sand yonder mountain at the end, he floated on his back with the bend. Belly up, he buoyed up one who knew not to screw it up and mistled it in a peepee say to Klops. But riding on a giant's belly, feeling kind of small, Misty didn't think he'd think at all. There was never a better scenic route than what they careened through. Klops wore a blind cloth, but it was see-through. So as not to anger the gods, he hid his face, and the running white water carried them to their fate. Mr. Cow was bugging out and looking all about. Things have changed, he said without speaking out. Nothing said, enough said, Klops sang and headbang. Mr. Cow, he heeded what the man said. Say little, do little, wait, went the silent mantra. Misty wished he could have told a story to these Cyclops. Scenes of the sen then blended in the sunset. Mystical rubbed his eyes, Klops shut his eye. Kumbamela moods hit the crew that we running with. Running what a world after what a world. River wide Mississippi, mountain high Mississippi. He wanted his the mind of Mr. Cal getting trippy with me, for by the side was the sight for his sore eyes. So the shaka he was rocking with the fireflies, mystical, unpredictable, let out a cry. The shaka turned to look and vanished in the night. For a fleeting apparition, Misty broke in his vow, but the giant didn't seem to notice anyhow. This is the myth of mystical, this is the myth of mystical, this is the myth of mystical, this is the myth. Listen to unpredictable, later some mind of mystical. After that, you can shake your ass. This is the myth of mystical, this is the myth of mystical, this is the myth of mystical, this is the myth. The river carried on, the belly that we ferry on rumbled with the gas of indigestion. Looking down with the frown, Misty heard an awful sound. Klopp's brow was an arc of apprehension. Should have done what you were told, could have brought you to the gold. Now I'm going to save my own bacon. Bet you didn't know about you on the volcano. Now you watch the mountain get to shaking. The sky cracked web, the water turned up black. Mystical made a move, Klops tossed him on his back. I heard you holla at your friend, he was just pretend. So am I, now I disappear. A clone of the first cyclone did descend. Misty thought he maybe met his end. Instead he saw an awful sight at the river bend. The water led him back to the pen. He fell into a disco nap, beats were in his head. Not the kind to make you dance, but the kind to make you dead. He woke up to the cell where he had spent 6 years. Saw his one-eyed mate who would tattoo tears. Hello, friend, here I am, back to grind it out. If your gold's still there, I didn't find it out. Instead, I broke a giant's vow. Look at me now. He buried me alive to die here in the Who Scout. Cooped up in the cell, guess I'm gonna study spells in the epic work of Manly P. Hall. But never did I dream that a storm would set me free, or a giant make a mountain seem small. This is the mystical, this is the mystical, this is the mystical, this is the myth. Listen to mystical, man, skills so mythical. Will he make it home and claim what is his? Missing his microphone magic till he returns will make sure that the candle always burns.